Hello, I'm Assad Ahmed. As the Premier League season has drawn to an end, there are those who are now reflecting not upon the success of our teams, but instead the growing level of racism they're having to deal with on the terraces. Despite London being such a diverse city, at grassroots levels, it's regarded as having some of the highest levels of racism in the game. Emma North has been examining the problem.
It was a dark day for Chelsea in 2015. Fans repeatedly shoving a black man off a Paris metro train and then chanting this. And earlier this year, Tottenham was criticised for not dealing with fans who chant anti-Semitic language, which they argue reclaims part of their identity from racist rivals. And this season, Arsenal and West Ham have also investigated racist behaviour. All the top-flight clubs say they have a zero-tolerance policy. Chelsea even sends some fans to visit Auschwitz. But some campaigners argue that racism is still ingrained into football's culture.
It is a war zone of just uncontrolled behaviour. There's no way for me, no other way I can articulate it in a way that makes sense. It's literally a war zone at the moment. As a born and bred Londoner, I've been playing football since I was 6 years old. By the time I was 13, I've been called a I've been called a black, I've been called a half of those things I didn't even know what they meant.
London may be celebrated for being multicultural, but the campaigners kick it out, argue the capital is one of the worst for racism at a grassroots level, with children as young as 6 targeted.
Players being called terrorists, that particular player is no longer playing football anymore. He said, I've not come here to get abused like this. Me going to the FA and come, it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen.
This is everyone's game.
The FA's run high-profile campaigns to call out racism, but they say it takes young players to take a stand.
Every single young person I say who's watching this, you must report it. You report it via Kick It Out, your county FA, or via the Football Association. We will investigate every single claimant that comes and reports, and that's the thing I want to urge today.
This season seems such a close finish at the top. Team rivalry is as intense as it's ever been. But with players from across the Premier League being the victims of abuse, when it comes to racism, it doesn't seem to matter which club you're from. Emma North, BBC London News.
Police have launched an investigation after a man's body was found in a wheelie bin in North London. It was on Tollington Road in Islington, a short distance from the Emirates Football Stadium and Holloway Road tube station. Police are trying to identify the man and are currently treating the death as unexplained. Thousands of mothers and their families have staged a march in central London to demand action on climate change. The Mothers Rise Up protest was led by 11 11-year-olds to represent the deadline of 2030 for tackling global warming. It started on Hyde Park Corner, moving on to Parliament Square. Caroline Davis spoke to some of those on the march.
We are mothers and we are rising.
Holding placards in prams and on shoulders. London is used to climate protests, but today's crowd was on average a little younger.
Why did you want to come down today?
It was my daughter, actually. She wanted to be able to come down and express to adults her upset about the pollution that's happening in the world. This generation is going to be a lot more aware than we were, definitely.
The group behind today was only founded in November.
This is the first action by the group Mothers Rise Up on International Mother's Day. They were originally founded after a meeting during an Extinction Rebellion protest.
Leading today's march were 11 11-year-olds, representing the 11-year window we have to act on climate change according to the UN.
We could spend 11 years waiting for our country to get better, but it won't if we don't take action, so we could take action right now.
If people actually realise what they're doing and they actually realise how serious it is, they might actually stop and they might change.
At the start of the month, Parliament declared a climate emergency, and yesterday the Health Secretary announced a review of the impact of dirty air on the nation's health. It's a start, say those marching, but they're here to keep the pressure up and encourage the next generation to do the same. Caroline Davis, BBC London News.
Well, it was certainly a nice day to be out there. Let's get the forecast now from Elizabeth.
Hello, good evening. What a beautiful day of weather. Lots of blue sky and sunshine around. It stayed dry and the settled conditions will last as we head into and through next week too. Of course, it's pleasantly warm in the sunshine at this time of year, but the air is still rather cold and it will be quite a chilly night ahead. This is how we'll start off the day tomorrow, maybe a touch of ground frost in the rural spots. Also a bit of mist out there first thing tomorrow morning. It won't last for too long. Lots of sunshine and then some more fair weather cloud into the afternoon. Top temperatures of 16 or 17 degrees Celsius. There'll be more sunshine. It will stay dry as we head through the week. Just a rather chilly easterly breeze at times.
Well, that's it for now anyway. We'll be back after tonight's British Academy Television Awards, which starts at 8 on BBC One. But if you'd rather listen to some good radio, tune in to BBC Radio London. But whatever you do, be back on BBC One by 10:20. I'll see you then. Bye for now.